Parcel cakes always look wonderful and work for many different occasions. There are different ways of doing them. You can either make the ribbon out of icing, or you can use a real ribbon. You can add the decorations by painting them on with food colour, or you can cut out icing shapes, or you can use ready-made decorations. Start by covering a square cake and the board with icing, as usual. Then mark two sides of the cake to make the folds of the paper, using a ruler for the top ones and a modelling tool for the bottom ones. To make a real ribbon bow for your cake, cut out two lengths to go across the cake and then tie a little bow with a third length. Stick one piece going across the cake by adding a little royal icing at the base on each side. Then stick the bow in the centre. To make an icing ribbon, dust the work surface with a little icing sugar. Cut out two strips. Then cut a third strip, cut it in half, then shape the ends. This will make the tails of the bow. Cut out a fourth strip. Trim the ends. Dampen the centre with a little water and bring both edges into the centre and stick them. Dampen the centre again and squeeze it together to make the middle of the bow. Cut a small piece of icing to make the knot and stick it with a little water. Stand the bow up so that it will dry without being too flat. Dampen the cake from side to side and add one of the long strips of icing. Add the other one going the other way. Trim the bottom where it meets the cake board with a sharp knife. Trim away one layer of ribbon in the centre. Then stick in place the two tails for the bow. Add the bow itself. Dust off any surplus icing sugar with a brush, or better still, spray it with edible glaze, but make sure you protect the work surface with paper as the spray is very sticky. You can find all sorts of edible ready-made decorations on this site. To use those on the parcel, just stick them in position with a little royal icing. For a pretty cake, you can always finish with a little dusting of edible glitter. These are lovely little decorations, perhaps for a baby's first birthday or a christening. And something like these butterflies are wonderful for a little girl's cake. Or you can paint on whatever decorations you like using edible food colours. Here Wendy is painting on some balloons. And then adding some stars that we've cut out using a cutter from some roll-out icing. You can find all sorts of edible and non-edible decorations on my website, janeasher.com.